Female engineers need to rise up to the challenge of taking the lead in circular economies, green manufacturing, and sustainable enterprise, evolution of innovation in waste engineering, which is fast growing in Africa. A sustainable development expert and eco-friendly innovator and guest speaker at the event, Achenyo Idachaba Obaro, gave the challenge in Lagos at the 2026 Olutimi B. Maduka Annual Lecture and 85th birthday commemoration with the theme Waste to Wealth Revolution, Women Leading Africa's Sustainable Enterprises. President of Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Ali Alimasuya Rabiu, who was represented by Valerie Adeberagba, said the theme places women engineers at the forefront of the transformation, driving innovation, promoting sustainability, and catalyzing enterprise development across Africa. The president of APWEN, Chinyere Ibwebe, believes that with Africa generating millions of tons of waste annually from agricultural residue, plastics, e-waste, and organic refuse, what some people see as waste, women engineers see such as gold mine, pointing out that women engineers are turning discarded bottles into building materials, cassava peels into bioplastics, and landfill gas into electricity.
So until we upgrade the technologies that we're using, we're always going to have a pipeline deficiency. And given our own population in Nigeria, I think that is something that we need to look at, especially with over 50% of our population being made up of youth. We can't have over 50% of that population just scrolling through their phones and pressing phones. We need them to be engaged in productive labor. My charges to APWEN in terms of mentoring some of these students within the coastline communities, that have interesting ideas and concepts as how to solve the problem that they're faced with on a day-in, day-out basis.
At 85, many people are reducing activities and are slowing down. They are probably still sleeping now. Mama Maduka is still generating lectures, inspiration, and national attention. That is remarkable. I credit for that man. Well done, man.
Look at your environment. Look at what you can change that can make the world a better place. Not only just because of the wealth creation, but the fact that you need to keep your environment sustainable. And making wealth out of it is an added advantage. Creating jobs for others is an added advantage. But the main focus is what can I do, especially looking at some of these things that are menace to the environment.
The way engineers do their things, you understand, we are creators and innovators. So when we found out that this has actually become a challenge, there is need for people, especially women, to think inwards and to see how they can use their ingenuity and solve critical problems like waste pollution. And you can you'll be able to understand that from what the presentation was all about is even the water hyacinth, apart from recycling. We don't want people to look at engineers as if we just want to melt plastic and do all that. We want them to know that there are indigenous problems that has natural solutions.
It's an inspiration for women climbing the ladder to know that they can chart a path for themselves. You don't have to copy what others are doing. There are new things, evolving things that you can be a champion at. That's what is inspiring from that lecture. We harness just 0.1% of the final year engineering projects in this country for just 10 years. Imagine the growth and development in our nation. So funding is a key issue.
We have mentorship. That is why we put this program together and bring experts in those areas to share their wealth of knowledge. And in bringing these experts sharing their own knowledge, we will now have mentors and mentees. So the mentors will now teach these younger ones in order to sustain this particular theme and this particular idea to these young ones. Because if you don't do that and follow up, you will never get that sustainability done on the younger ones.
If they put their mind to it and work hard towards it. It's not an easy program when you are doing the STEM subjects or even engineering, but with seriousness and hard work, I'm sure we can achieve I feel happy, I feel fulfilled And I thank God for all His mercies all these days over my family,